Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 3 on Poisson distribution. In earlier lectures, we have discussed how to use Poisson distribution to calculate probabilities if we are interested in the count of events in a given interval of time or space. In this lecture, we are going to discuss that how binomial distribution can be approximated by Poisson distribution. So we will first prove that under certain conditions binomial distribution can be approximated by Poisson distribution, and then we will do some problem based on this approximation of binomial distribution. So as I have written, Poisson distribution is a limiting case of the binomial distribution under certain conditions. So first we discuss what are the conditions under which we can approximate binomial distribution by Poisson distribution. So the first condition is the number of trials n is indefinitely large, that is n is tending to infinity. The second condition is the probability of success in each trial is indefinitely small, that is we can write p is tending to or p is approaching to 0. And the third requirement is the product of number of trials and probability of success equal to say lambda remains constant, where lambda is positive real number. So under these three conditions we can show that the limit of binomial distribution is nothing but Poisson distribution. So we will start by writing the probability mass function of a binomial random variable, and we will show that the limit of this PMF is nothing but Poisson probability mass function of Poisson random variable under these three conditions, that number of trials is very large, the probability of success is very small, and the product of n and p remains constant, such that n into p equal to lambda is positive real number. So we start by writing the probability mass function of a binomial random variable. We know that the probability mass function of binomial random variable is given by probability that capital X equal to small x is NCX p to the power x into 1 minus p to the power n minus x, where x can take the values 0, 1, 2 up to n. And we want the limiting form of this probability mass function under these three conditions. So from condition 3 we can write small p equal to lambda by n. So first we replace small p equal to lambda by n in this probability mass function, and we obtain NCX. P is replaced by lambda by n, so p raised to x, that is lambda by n raised to x, into 1 minus p raised to n minus x, that is 1 minus lambda by n raised to n minus x. Now this is by the formula of combination n factorial divided by x factorial into n minus x factorial, and this we rewrite as lambda to the power x divided by n raised to x, and we keep this term as it is, 1 minus lambda by n to the power x. Now we can eliminate this n minus x factorial by rewriting this n factorial. So we know that n factorial can be written as n minus 1, n minus 2 up to n minus x minus 1 into n minus x factorial. So you can see this n minus x factorial will cancel out, and we are left with n minus 1, n minus 2 up to this factor n minus x plus 1, and I have written n to the power x here, and lambda to the power x factorial is written here, and this term as it is. Now concentrate in the numerator here how many terms are there in the product. So you can see if we count from n minus 1, then this is first term, second term, up to x minus 1 terms. So starting from n minus 1, these are the x minus 1 terms in the product, and if we consider this first term, then there are total x minus 1 and this 1 term, so there are total x terms in this product. So this is the product of x terms, and in the denominator we have n to the power x, that is we have multiplication of n x times. So this n raised to x is nothing but n into n x times, and we have product of x terms in the numerator. So in the next step we will divide each term of this numerator by small n, and we obtain this expression. N is divided by n, so n will cancel out. N minus 1 is divided by n, so we write 1 minus 1 by n. Similarly, n minus 2 divided by n, that we will get 1 minus 2 by n. And finally n minus x plus 1 divided by n, or n minus in the bracket x minus 1 divided by n, that we will obtain 1 minus x minus 1 by n. Okay, so these x terms in the numerator are divided by n. For each term we are dividing by n because we have x terms in the product and we have multiplication of n x times in the denominator. So each term is divided by n and we obtain this product, and we keep these two things as it is. So this is the probability mass function of a binomial random variable written in another form using small p equal to lambda by n. Now in the next step we will take limit as n tending to infinity. So you can see limit of 1 minus 1 by n as n tends to infinity is going to be 1 minus 0. Similarly this is also 1 minus 0 up to this. This is independent of n, so we will take it outside and we will find out limit of this expression. So taking n tending to infinity, we find we take this outside limit, it is independent of n, so we first write lambda raised to x by x factorial into limit of this product into limit of this term. It's a limit of this product of x minus 1 terms and into limit of 1 minus lambda by n raised to n minus x. Okay, so now limit of each term here as n tends to infinity is going to be 1 minus 0. So this limit is nothing but 1, and we write 1 minus lambda by n to the power n minus x as the product 1 minus lambda by n raised to n into 1 minus lambda by n raised to minus x, and as we know limit of product is product of limits. Okay, so we obtained for this we obtain these two limits in the product. Now this is easy to evaluate. We have to take n tending to infinity. So because lambda is positive, we have lambda upon infinity, that is going to be 0. So this is 1 minus 0 to the power minus x, that is going to be 1. And here we write this small n as n by lambda into lambda. So here lambda will cancel out and we have small n. So we replace small n by lambda to the power lambda. Now limit of power equal to power of limits. So this we rewrite as limit of 1 minus lambda by n raised to n by lambda, and power of limit is lambda. This is going to be 1. Now this is standard limit. We know this. We know that limit n tending to infinity 1 plus 1 by n raised to n is e, and if we have negative sign it is going to be e to the power minus 1. Okay, so here we can see we have 1 minus lambda by n raised to n by lambda. Okay, so this lambda by n can be written as 1 upon n by lambda. So instead of n we have n by lambda, and if n is tending to infinity, n by lambda will tends to infinity because lambda is positive. So using this result we have e to the power minus 1 and raised to lambda, so that is going to be e raised to minus lambda into lambda raised to x by x factorial. So the limit of the probability mass function of binomial random variable is nothing but the probability mass function of Poisson random variable. Okay, so the right hand side is the probability mass function of a Poisson random variable. So what we have shown? We have shown that when the number of trials is very large and the probability of success is very small, binomial distribution can be approximated by Poisson distribution with the parameter of Poisson distribution as lambda equal to n into p, number of trials into probability of success. So the question arises in our mind that n is large means how much large, and probability is small means which value of probability is allowed for this approximation. So an acceptable rule of thumb is to use Poisson approximation for the binomial approximation if the number of trials is 20 or more than 20 and the probability of success is 0.05 or smaller than 0.05. So probability of success is at most 0.05, and if the number of trials is at least 20, then this is the acceptable rule of thumb made by statisticians. So we can apply Poisson approximation to the binomial approximations if number of trials is greater than or equal to 20 and probability of success is less than or equal to 0.05. Okay, again this is acceptable rule of thumb, so it is not strict requirement, but this is for our conveniency, that when we can apply the Poisson approximation to the binomial approximation. Another rule of thumb is if the number of trials is at least 100, that is greater than or equal to 100, the Poisson approximation is generally excellent so long as n into p is less than or equal to 10. So either you can decide by this rule of thumb or this rule of thumb depending on the given problem. Okay, but keep in mind, if number of trials is large and probability of success is small such that lambda equal to n into p remains constant, then we can approximate binomial approximation by the Poisson approximation. So we consider one example to understand this. Example number 1. It is known that 5% of the books bound at a certain bindery have defective bindings. So it is given that 5% means 0.05 books are having defective bindings at a certain bindery. Find the probability that 2 of 100 books bound by this bindery will have defective bindings using the formula for the binomial distribution, and in part B use the Poisson approximation to the binomial distribution. So if we want to apply binomial distribution, we have to check those 4 conditions for binomial experiment. Okay, so the first condition was number of trials is finite. So here the number of books are 100. and we have to check for n equal to 100 books. Okay, so we can say that number of trials is finite, and we have to check for each book that whether it has a defective binding or not. So for each book we check, there are only two possibilities: either the book has defective binding or book does not have defective binding. Okay, so the success is the event that book has defective binding, and it is given that probability of success is 0.05. So first we write using binomial distribution. We define random variable as the number of books having defective bindings among n equal to 100 books. So given that 5% of the books have defective bindings, so if we consider success as the event that the book has defective binding, okay, we consider this event as the success, the book has defective binding, then it is given that probability of success is 0.05 and number of books are 100. And another condition for binomial distribution is the trials are independent. So here also there is no dependency for defective bindings among 100 books. Okay, if one book is defective, it does not affect the other books for defectiveness. Okay, so X is a binomial distribution with n equal to 100 and p equal to 0.05. So therefore the probability of X books having defective bindings among n equal to 100 books is given by probability that x equal to small x equal to n cx p raised to x 1 minus p raised to n minus x, x equal to 0, 1 to up to n. Here we have n equal to 100 and p equal to 0.05, so we put n equal to 100, p equal to 0.05. This is going to be 0.95. Okay, so that this we replace by 0.95. Now we are asked to find out the probability that 2 of 100 books will have defective bindings. So we put small x equal to 2 in this formula. This is the probability of x books having defective binding. So we put small x equal to 2. The probability that 2 books will have defective bindings is 100 C2 0.05 raised to 2 0.95 raised to 100 minus 2, that is 98. And using scientific calculator we find that the required probability is 0.0812. The probability that 2 of 100 books will have defective bindings is 0.0812 if we apply binomial distribution. Now in second part we are asked to find out the same probability using the Poisson approximation to the binomial distribution. So whenever we want to apply Poisson approximation, we have to check whether number of trials is large and the probability of success is small, such that n into p is constant for each trial. Okay, so here number of trials is 100, which is large, and the probability of success is small, 0.05. So we can apply Poisson approximation for this binomial distribution. So here n is 100, small p is 0.05. That means n is large and p is small. So we can approximate the binomial distribution by Poisson distribution with lambda equal to n into p equal to 100 into 0.05, that is 5. So we will use this lambda equal to 5 in the Poisson distribution. and we know that the probability mass function of Poisson random variable is e to the power minus lambda raised to x upon x factorial, and we put lambda equal to 5. Now we are interested in the probability that two books will have defective bindings. This is the probability that x books will have defective bindings. So probability that two books will have defective bindings is obtained by taking small x equal to 2 here. So if you simplify, you will obtain 0.0842, and the answer by binomial distribution is 0.0812. By binomial distribution, probability is 0.0812, and this is by Poisson approximation. So we can see the Poisson distribution is a good approximation to the binomial probability distribution under certain conditions. Okay, so in this lecture we have discussed how we can approximate Poisson distribution using binomial distribution, and the rule of thumb is if the number of trials is greater than or equal to 20 and probability of success is 0.05, we can approximate binomial distribution by Poisson distribution. Or if n is greater than or equal to 100, the approximation is excellent so long as product of n with p is less than or equal to 10. Okay, so that you can decide from the given problem. If these conditions are satisfied, then you can apply Poisson distribution to approximate binomial distribution. So in the next lecture we will do some more problems of this type. I stop here. Thank you very much.